everyone, and welcome to the General Hospital recap for September 27th. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Also, be a beauty and hit that bell down there so you get notified every time we upload a new recap. So I'm not gonna lie, today's episode was like one of my favorites. So let's get right to it. Oh, actually, me and my mom are going to be doing a chat video that we are going to upload on Sunday morning. So I think tomorrow, Friday, I'm going to be asking you, actually I'll ask you now. So if there's any questions or topics you want us to talk about, leave them down in the comments for today's video and tomorrow's too, and we will most likely will be able to get through all of them. I'm sure there's going to be like 2 comments. I'm just kidding. I played myself. Alright, let's get right to it. In Monaco, Finn met with Cassie. Anna is asking how it went. It went okay for the first time. He says there won't be a next time. Cassie apparently told him she doubted they'd ever see each other again. You know what? Cassie says that to me like every week, and you know what I do? I don't go away. Anna thinks Cassie will change her mind, and Finn's like, no, this is all about your fixation with Valentine. He's leaving tonight, and she can blackmail him if she wants. Anna admits that, yeah, this is personal, but this case is about the present and not the past, and that kind of gets him back in. He's like, okay. Finn says that he's a recovering addict and has to be honest with himself. He is going through an extremely difficult time. She tells him she doesn't like what she's been doing, blackmailing him, because he did help diagnose her, and this isn't nice. And he's like, yeah, pretty much, and that really does get him back to talk. He says that he blew the meeting with Cassie. So he says he blew it. Even though he didn't want to help Anna, he also didn't want to let her down. And Anna thinks Cassie will reach out to him again. And he's like, why? And she's like, 'cause you're charming. And he's like, I'm not charming. And she's like, you don't know you're beautiful. That's what makes you beautiful. And then he gets a page from Cassie. She wants to see him again. At Nell's, Nell gives Michael her first rent check. This is the happiest Nell's ever been in her life. She loves paying rent. No, I'm just kidding. She's just happy in general. She wants to move forward past all the mistakes she's made. Michael remembers Bobby's party. It's the hospital's honoring her with something because she worked there a long time. Nell's invited, but she won't go. Invitation or not, she wants to avoid Carly and Bobby and not put Michael in the awkward position of defending her. She's cutting off the problem before it starts. After some more conversation, Nell says that she'll go if Michael wants her to, and he says no. He'll do something special one-on-one with his grandmother, and she's like, no, you should go to the party, and he says no. You know, I don't want them to think like I'm giving in, because if I show up alone, they're gonna know, like, you know, I don't want that, and he says it'll all work out. At Kelly's, Carly is staying away from the Ask Man Landers event that's at the Metro Court. Bobby comes in to pick up her cake for the celebration. Carly is getting the Nell information today. Then she'll know her course of action. Carly swears Bobby to secrecy because she's doubting whether she's making the right decision. She's meeting with Zach Grant's sister today. She just wants information. She's truly going into this with an open mind because, like, obviously she'd be happy if Michael wasn't in danger. She'd rather get the information that clears now. Bobby isn't so altruistic with her feelings. Sharon Grant comes in, they make introductions, and Carly and Sharon sit down. Sharon got word that an investigator was asking about Janelle, Nell, and that's how she found out Nell's new name, Nell Hayes. She was able to track the investigator back to Carly, and the investigator obviously being Felicia. Janelle destroyed her family, and she asked Carly what she did to her family. Carly says what happened with Nell and her family was a misunderstanding that wasn't Nell's fault, but how she handled it absolutely was her fault. Sharon tells her not to underestimate Nell. She has a talent for deceit and little tricks to worm her way in. Nell was sweet and unassuming, and then all of a sudden, Nell and Zach would be missing family events, family dinners, and they didn't think much of it because it was just one here and there. And then he'd miss family trips, which was off the chart weird, unheard of for that family. Nell started convincing Zach that his family was talking trash behind their back and thought that she wasn't good enough for him. And when they were getting married, he told them to either accept her or he would be gone. Then the Maine trip gets brought up, and Carly doesn't think there's anything necessarily odd about them going to Maine. And Sharon goes, no, there is. Zach hated the cold and outside, and Maine is basically just cold and outside. No, I'm just kidding. Our friends in Maine. Maine would never be a place he would like want to go. Like as a couple deciding where to go, he wouldn't be like Maine, no matter how much she loved it. Like she really doesn't believe that. And this is obviously really, really hard for her. So they're going to meet up again tomorrow, and Sharon is glad that they met. She warns Carly not to let Nell get away with what she's doing though. At Nathan and Maxie's, Maxie is getting Nathan ready for the party. Her plan is starting to be implemented. She texts Amy that they're going to be there soon. Spinelli comes over. He needs to see her. He's here because of Ask Man Landers. Spinelli has to tell her that he never got a chance to find Ask Man Landers' identity, and now his identity is going to be revealed at this party, and he just feels really bad. And Maxie says like, oh, it's fine, forget the investigation, and he's suspicious of how okay she is with all of this. Then Nathan comes out in a tux, and Spinelli's like, why are you all dressed up? They're going to the Ask Man Landers book signing, but Spinelli's like, but why are you in a tux for a book signing? And he's like, well, I'm escorting Maxie, so of course it's black tie. And it's like, ha 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 ha, yeah, you're right. Oh, that Maxie, you always have to dress up for her. Maxie wants to get there early to talk to Ask Man Landers and subvert Nina. And Spinelli says that they can go together, and she's like, nope, definitely not, and pushes him out the door. Maxie thinks that she took care of it, but I don't think she did. They decide against looping Spinelli in, which I think is a mistake, because Spinelli's going to investigate. At the MetroCorps, Amy is excited about today. Nina comes over. She asks Amy if Nathan is okay with the world knowing that he's Ask Man Landers. Nina warns Amy that people are going to dig, especially once they know his name, and Amy doesn't think they will though. Amy tells Nina to chill, and Nina tells Amy that she'll regret it if this winds up hurting her brother. Spinelli snuck into the event. He got himself on the guest list. Amy is surprised to see him. She says that she's just helping with the event, because Spinelli's like, I didn't realize you were like professionally involved. And she tells him to wait in the lobby with the rest of the guests and kind of pushes him in the elevator. Nathan and Maxie arrive. Maxie puts Nathan in a hat and sunglasses, like what kind of sunglasses I wear that pretty much obscure your whole face. And then 5 more guys come out behind Nathan who are all in sunglasses and hats. And there are like 6 Ask Man Landers now. Maxie tells Quinn that she's a friend of Amy's and she's improving the event. This will compound the mystery. Everyone will guess which Ask Man Landers is the real one. Did they talk to the real one? Is that one the real one? It'll cause lots of speculation, and Nina jumps in to support it, and Amy acts like she's mad about it, but she might not be acting. Quinn loves the idea, although she's kind of upset that Amy broke the non-disclosure agreement, and they're going to go with it. Quinn thinks it's a good idea. They're going to go with it. The faux Ask Man Landers are prepped with advice and ready to go. Spinelli is in the party. The book signing's officially started. Amy's out on the terrace. She's upset. Nathan tells her it'll all be all right. She thinks that Quinn's going to be mad at her because now Quinn thinks that she broke the non-disclosure agreement. Nathan says it'll be okay, and Spinelli sees them talking. Quinn tells Maxie and Nina that Ask Man Landers' identity is never going to be revealed. This is a brilliant idea. It's going to just keep the mystery going for years. Maxie goes to check on her Ask Man Landers, but she goes to the wrong one. She needs to find hers. Amy thinks it was all fine until Maxie came back. Nathan says it's all going to be fine and under control. She's going to go back to the party, and Spinelli goes to Nathan and asks what he's doing. Apparently, he's figured it out. And now, end scene. Vin tells Anna that Cassie is healthy. How is he supposed to treat her? And Anna says Cassie doesn't want to hear that she's healthy. She wants to think that something's wrong. So run a bunch of tests and run with the one that's the least likely to rule out. Michael runs into Carly at Kelly's. She was talking to Bobby, and Michael tells her he and Nell aren't going to be at the party. Sharon goes to Nell's apartment, and Nell wants to know what she wants. Spinelli is going to tell Maxie that Nathan is cheating on her, and Nathan's like, no, I'm not cheating, I'm Ask Man Landers! And the whole party hears, and photographers start taking pictures of him, and it's like, oh no. Ooh, oh my goodness. So I feel like the only way they can possibly save that is if now all the Ask Man Landers, like, take off their masks and everything, or just start yelling that they're Ask Man Landers, maybe one at a time so it's harder to take a picture, and then Nathan can put his stuff back on, so like it kind of goes like that. We will see. Alright, so that is it for today's General Hospital recap. I am hopefully going to be filming one as soon as I get home, so we should be all caught up. I will see you then, and I hope you have a great day. Alright, bye.